Hello peeps, and welcome back to the Age of Engineering. I have done some stuff off camera. First of all, let's come over here and take a look at this. And you're going to see that I'm finally producing large amounts of chestnuts, but my resin's gone. Well, that's because over here, I went ahead and did some rewiring. And I now have resin up here, processing to rubber here. And my extractor is working with this item conduit that's pulling rubber in, or pulling resin in, and pushing rubber out. You'll also notice these MFSUs are in here now. Well, I decided I wanted to have my MFE be not my primary power storage. So I have both of my MFSUs in here now. Now, is this going to be their permanent home? I don't know. But it works for now. All of my machines now have 2 transformer upgrades in them. Except for my thermal centrifuge, which still has 1. Because this is a tier 2 machine, it can take power from... It can take power from a CESU, it can't take power from an MFSU. So I still need the thermal centrifuge, I still need the transformer upgrade there. Actually, I don't think I do need the transformer upgrade there, because I've got a transformer underneath the induction furnace. The induction furnace is tier 2. Yeah, the induction furnace is tier 2, so theoretically I shouldn't even need that. But I'm going to leave it in there anyway, just because I can. I do have everything ripped up here, because you might see that there's a new power line snaking off over here. Well, that new power line comes out all the way over here. It drops down in behind, if I can ever get... It drops down in behind my storage drawers, and then runs down. Where does it run down to? Right in here. I have an MV transformer here, and this is what we're going to do this episode. We're going to set up the necessary components to get this thing running. Now, as far as necessary components, I did go ahead and make all of this off camera. This took a ridiculous amount of time. So, everything I've been doing off camera today has been getting most of this stuff ready. But this is the proper layout for a 420 EU per tick nuclear reactor. All I need to do is make the fuel for it. That's what we're going to do this episode. So, let's come over here and fly out. Let's come over here and get all of our stuff. Now, the thermal centrifuge is power tier 2. I also have a power cell and a power cell card. We'll get to that in a little bit. The thermal centrifuge is power tier 2, right? Everything else here is power tier 1. Now, we need to do the following. We're taking uranium ore, and we are processing uranium ore into crushed uranium. That needs to be done in a macerator. This is a tier 1 machine. After we get that, we need to wash that to get purified crushed uranium ore. We're also going to get lead and stone. I'm probably just going to avoid these 2 components because I don't think I'm going to need them. I might keep the stone, I don't know. Like I said, haven't decided on that yet, but I'm pretty sure I've got plenty of stone dust. And if not, it's easy enough to get. So I think I'm just going to avoid those 2 components. But the purified crushed, we need to do something with. That needs to go into a thermal centrifuge, which is going to give us tiny piles of uranium-235 and large piles of uranium-238. This needs to be combined together in a ratio of 6:3 to make enriched uranium nuclear fuel. This we're going to do through a crafter. This needs to be run... This needs to be, let's see, oh, it doesn't show the recipe for this. Basically, then we take that enriched uranium nuclear fuel, we can it into fuel rods, which is what we need the metal former for. And that is going to make these uranium fuel rods. That we combine in a 4:3:2 ratio to make the quad cells that we need to run our reactor. So that we're going to do with Crafter. Now, I'm not going to fully automate this thing yet. I'm just going to give it enough to get it going. I'll worry about fully automating all this crap later. But the first thing we're going to need is we are going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 upgrades. Transformer upgrades. Transformer upgrades are made with circuits, double insulated gold cable, and MV transformers and some glass. I don't think I have enough MV. I don't have enough. Don't have enough cable. So we're gonna get a little bit more double insulated. We'll just make 8. The nice thing about having everything come off this line is I can run pretty much as many overclockers as I want. The reason I couldn't run overclockers before was because my bat box was in the way. And bat box has a limit of 32 EU per tick output. So if your combined power draw is more than 32 EU per tick, it's not going to work. Well, this isn't anymore. So, nice. I've also got a bunch of copper cable that I made off camera here, and we're going to grab a bunch of rubber. I'm just going to let that continue to run off camera. Oh, damn it. Come on. We're going to make a bunch of insulated cable. Hopefully I won't have to make a whole lot more of these soon. But for right now, we still have to deal with it. Okay, so I'm going to need... how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I need 4 circuits. I need 4 MV transformers, which means I need 4 of you. To get 4 of you. To get 4 of you. There we go. Nice. Okay. Now, we're going to come down here. We're going to set up our machines in the order that they need to run. I'm going to use ejection upgrades to handle some of this for me. But I'm also going to have to use some conduits because some things I'm going to have to route. So, the first machine in line is going to be my macerator. Macerator, we're going to put right here. Make sure we don't have any cables coming out yet. That would be bad. Macerator is down. We're going to give you 1 overclocker upgrade. The next machine needs to be the thermal centrifuge. Or no, the ore washing plant. Ore washing plant is going to go right here. Actually, do I want to put that... I think I want to do everything along the wall. So, macerator, there. Now that does leave the problem though. No, here's how we're going to do it. I need a new wrench. I really should just make the electric wrench, but I feel like it takes too much time. Okay, here's how we're really going to do it. Let's go ahead and patch this wall. We're going to put a torch here, just to keep anything from showing up. And we're going to do macerator here. One upgrade. Ore washing plant is going to go right next to it. One upgrade. The reason why we want the ore washing plant next to this is because I'm going to need to put in a water source, which I'm going to do back here. Just go ahead and put a piece of dye right there. And I need... do I have any water buckets? No. Need some reservoirs. Damn you. So I'll need 1 cauldron to make 4 reservoirs. I should have plenty of fused quartz. One thing that I did not show you guys that I probably should go back and show you. This is fused quartz. This entire area here is fused quartz. If we dig through the wall here, behind the wall is fused quartz. In some off-camera testing that I've done, I wanted to check and see what the blast resistance of some things were. Reinforced stone and reinforced glass takes several layers to stop a nuclear blast. Fused quartz only takes one layer. This stuff is ridiculously explosion proof. So this entire room behind this white concrete is encased in fused quartz. If my reactors ever blow for whatever reason, the damage should be minimized. I'll lose whatever's in this room, and I'll lose a little bit beyond the areas that I'm going to have to punch through the protection to get into here, but I shouldn't lose much more than that. Okay, so we have that. I need to get out of here because I need a couple of water buckets and a fluid conduit. Now, could I just put the thing up against it? Yeah, I could, but I want to use the conduit. You and you. Where am I going? Down we go. There we go. Okay. One bucket. 2 buckets, and you are now an infinite water source that I can connect through extraction and insertion. Ore washing plant has water. Suicidal butterfly. Okay, now, after it's washed, it needs to be centrifuged. The centrifuge I'm going to put over here. Now the centrifuge doesn't need... Oh, I better... Yeah, good. The centrifuge doesn't need the upgrade, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm going to skip a space after this, because we're going to put the metal former, or the fluid solid canning machine, we're going to put here. Hold on, thermal centrifuge. We're going to leave a fairly large space, I think. Or I might actually do the crafters out in front, because the crafters I'm going to have to connect to EU or to RF power, which I'm going to do by means of that power cell that you saw earlier. So thermal centrifuge produces if we look at the use for purified crushed uranium, the thermal centrifuge is going to create tiny piles, and oh yeah, the ore washing plant is going to give us the lead. So having this thing here actually works out well, because I can have an item conduit here filtering the purified uranium into the thermal centrifuge and filtering everything else into a trash can. That I like. Okay, you are going to produce... I'm actually going to have to pick you up in order to put the... Well, no, I won't. Because you're only going to have one valid side for output. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. I have not designed this off camera, so I'm winging this. The next thing we're going to have is we're going to have the crafter, which I'm going to pull out of the thermocentrifuge into the crafter. I'm going to have the crafter sitting out front here. And then we're going to go from the crafter into the canning machine, from the canning machine out to the next crafter. So the canning machine, let's see, you are going to go here. I wonder. You know what? No. No. Here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to punch these out, because I can put the crafters in line. Thermal centrifuge will export to a crafter. You do not need melons. The crafter will export into the fluid solid canning machine, yes. That I'm going to have to put a conduit on. So skip one. Then we'll have the fluid solid canning machine there. Pick that up. The metal former for the plates. You are going to be making... Let's see, how do I want to do this? Because I need to have the fuel cells go in here. I might just put you down at the end and just manually craft the... Yeah, we're going to do that. We'll just pop you right there. And the last crafter... Well, no. I'm not sure about this anymore. Okay, crafter pulls out into the fluid solid canning machine, which we'll put into the next crafter, which I'll put right next to it. And you can go right here. You both need upgrades, or else you're going to blow. You do need to be in extrusion mode, because you're going to extrude metal plates. You are going to take the metal plates, and you are going to can the uranium. I don't need anything in those. You... I actually don't need to have the hole behind that, so we'll put that there. We're going to put the power cell in here. And I'm going to need a conduit. That conduit is total overkill, but whatever. No kill like overkill. And I'm going to have the conduit here. The reason why will become apparent in a few moments. Power cell is going to go here. Install the card. And set to output all sides. These are now getting power. In theory, I have the proper upgrades that I can connect all of my machines without an explosion. In theory. Let's find out how well I did. I'm going to need some more glass fiber. Do I have any energy on? I do have some energy on. Okay, so I just need some crushed silver. We'll go ahead and make 2 more. And while we're at it, I'll come over here and pull the clay dust out of my macerator and put that in my thermal centrifuge. I'm making silicon dioxide. Two more should give me enough conduit that I can finish this. This thing is so slow without overclockers, but I have a purpose in mind for the rest of my overclockers, and I don't want to use them yet. So, I will probably want to make more overclockers eventually, but... glass fiber. $12 more will be plenty. Okay, let's find out how well I did, shall we? No whammy. Looking good so far. Okay, we appear to be good. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's a feedback loop. Which shouldn't make a difference, but it also uses more cable than necessary. There. Everything should have power. We do. We're good. Okay. Whew. I always get so freaking scared when I'm putting stuff together. Because it's like, oh god, is it going to blow up? Did I screw up? Did I do it right? Well, looks like I did it right. So, we're good. We're going to go ahead and put my floor back together for the moment. I actually don't need this carved out right now, but I will eventually, because we're not done with this room. So I'm going to leave that for the moment, but we're going to patch up this area. Now, we're going to put the ore in here. I might actually pull the ore out. I don't know. Haven't figured that part out yet. But we're going to put the ore in here. And this crafter, I probably could have done this with one crafter. But, yeah, I've got two. I don't need melons. Put the melons away. I'll deal with those later. Alright. And we'll patch this floor too. Let's go ahead and put some of this crap away. Because I'm not going to need all of this right now. And I'm going to need some item conduit. 2. Perfect. I'm going to need some filters. Well, a filter, at least. No paper, no hoppers. Okay? The hopper's easy. Paper, not so much. Do I have any rice? I have a little bit of rice, but not enough. I should make a garden close and start growing sugarcane. Oh, another thing I did off camera that I totally forgot about until I just saw it. MV solar array. This also took a rather large amount of crafting. I could probably patch my floor here, but I'm going to leave it for now. I'll patch it later. Okay, and basic item filter. Get. I was going to need a trash can. What is that? A trash bag? Okay. Now, this is where I'm going to need my suit. So I'm about to start playing with uranium. Because in order to set this filter, I need to actually have purified crushed uranium. Actually, I don't think crushed uranium is dangerous to handle, is it? No, it's not. So I can go ahead and purify one. This should give me purified crushed uranium, lead, and stone dust. This thing is running slow. Honestly, though, I'm not worried about overclocking these. Because I don't need to overclock these. I might overclock them now, just to get it over with. Yeah, purified crushed. And I'm not dying, so that's good. The second one is strictly not necessary, but I want it there. You are going to insert whitelisted purified crushed uranium. We'll throw that in you and get you cooking. I need something behind that to keep this on full time. So we're going to get a redstone torch. Actually, no. We'll just get a lever. Damn you. Just plug the lever in. Or pop the lever on and flip that. There. That now runs full time. So it's not going to run out of heat. And I can go ahead and throw the rest of the crushed uranium in here too. You insert on whitelist. You are highest priority. You insert anything else, but lower priority. So what I should see here, once it's done, which I'm going to give this 2 overclockers just to get it going, I should see the purified crushed uranium go into here. I'm going to give you an overclocker to get you going too, because you're taking forever to heat up. And I should see the lead and everything else get voided. So, always active. 3 purified crushed uranium. No lead dust. Nice. Now, once this thing finishes freaking heating up, it's going to output over to here. But I need to get some fuel cells going. Let's get some plates. 46. That will be enough to start, but I'm going to want to get some more going. We'll put the iron plates in there. Let's get out of here, because I'm going to need to get some more upgrades. We need a few ejector upgrades, which means I'm going to need some pistons. Just get this out of the way. I use pistons a lot, so I'm going to make a stack of them. We're going to make 4 ejector upgrades to start. One of them is going to go in the macerator. We're just going to let it automatically output to the first valid side, which is going to be the ore washing plant. So if I get a piece of uranium ore and a drawer, and I'm going to want some more item conduits. Really? We'll fix this. Also, I did move my sag mill in here because I was processing stuff and I was getting tired of running back and forth. So my sag mill is now up here. Feeds right into the induction furnace. It also feeds into the trash can to get rid of cobblestone. So I did kind of a similar thing, except this is higher priority and it whitelists cobblestone. Ribbit. Okay. Answer my text, because I'm a professional YouTuber. And I totally forgot to grab that. Threw the stuff in, didn't grab it. I'm an idiot. Now, gimme. Lots of them. Thank you. Back down. And conduit. Drawer. You are just going to insert. You are going to extract, always. I already have uranium. That's... Forget how I got that. Did I ore wash that? No, I couldn't have, because I only got one of those. But we're going to put you and you in here. And we're going to set a recipe. Actually, we need to double-click you. Yoink. 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 Apply that, and we are now able to make enriched uranium. You get an ejector upgrade. So you are now able to put your enriched uranium in there. You are now making enriched uranium nuclear fuel. That needs to get here. That is going to get there through the use of item conduits. We're also going to have item conduit here. You are going to extract active without signal. You are going to in out. You're going to insert on green. That's going to put the enriched uranium nuclear fuel in there. You are also going to get an ejector upgrade. That is going to now start canning those fuel rods. I'm going to need an item filter. Actually, no. Extract on brown, always active. Insert on brown. Actually, you're going to need to be an in-out also. You are now getting uranium fuel rods. I'm still wearing my hazmat suit, right? Yes, good. You are going to go 4 fuel rods. Copper plates. We'll grab a few iron plates just to set the recipe. 3 iron plates. 2 copper plates. 2 copper plates. 3 iron plates. And uranium fuel rods gives me a quad fuel rod. Make sure I don't have any fuel rods in my frickin' inventory, because I'm about to take off my hazmat gear. And that is now going to craft those fuel rods as soon as it gets 4. Which it hasn't yet, because I am still waiting for uranium. So, let's toss uranium in there. We're going to start with this uranium ore. 2 overclockers to get you moving. And if I put that in there, that is now going to process uranium ore and spit it into here. That is going to wash the uranium ore. We'll give that another overclocker to get it going. That's going to put it in the thermal centrifuge, which is going to start burning the uranium ore into U-238 and U-235. Which will put that in here and start canning it into fuel rods. Which will put that in here. Where did you go? That should have gone in here. Or did it go in here? And that was a 2, and now it's a 3. That's what it was. Quad fuel rod. Haha. Now, there's one last piece to this puzzle. And that's why I needed so many item conduits. It's also why this is set in out. on the blue channel, we're going to extract. Always active. We're going to bore a hole through this wall. This is one of those areas where the shielding is going to be a little weak. Actually, no. No, we're not going to do it behind there. We're going to do it from the back. So that can just be in. Insert on brown. We don't need to get tricky here. I'm going to bore a hole through the conduit, or through the shielding right here. We'll go ahead and, well, I don't need the shielding there. Yeah. It's hard to see where the shielding is. There. There's my shielding. Now, if this ever blows up, it's going to wipe out this crafter. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Smothering. What the hell? What? It's acting like there's something there. That was weird. Okay, anyway. Back to crafting. This is going to come through here. And that's actually exactly where I wanted it to come through. This conduit is going to run up here. You know what? Now that I think about it, I actually do want it attached to the other line. I realize I'm being very wishy-washy about this whole thing, but it's going to come into play later. So, your fused quartz. And that is a conduit connector, which I'm going to need to break out, and we'll do that. And we'll do that. Just like that. This will allow me to keep the fused quartz shielding there. Let's go ahead and put the concrete shielding back in here. Well, I mean, concrete is not shielding. Let's be real here. You are going to go up here. You are in out, extract on blue, always active. You are in out, insert on blue. And we are now getting quad fuel rods in our nuclear reactor. Nice. This is going along nicely. I've run out of iron plates here, so I'll have to go get a few more iron plates. I want some more copper plates too. No. I still have those conductive iron thrusters in there because eventually I'm going to upgrade my backpack again. But haven't gotten around to it. A stack full of iron and a stack full of copper plates should do me pretty well. So, we'll get you cutting. Well, I already have iron plates, so we'll switch this over to the copper plates and get them done first. You are upgraded, right? Once. Have another one. Run faster. We'll jump down in here. We'll give this a stack of iron plates and some more copper plates. And now, one thing I want to do is I want to remember the current items in the internal buffers. That way, if all of the fuel cells get burned off of here, which should happen pretty soon as I get some more uranium centrifuged, I also want to remember this. Because I want... Actually, you know what? I'm going to put my hazmat suit back on. Now, see how it's remembering that? It remembers that small piles of U-238 go there. It should still allow other stuff to go in. But that will be forever preserved for tiny piles of U-235. Which means that I'm never going to choke this machine out with U-238. If I ever hit a point where all of this stuff is filled with U-238 and I hit the exact amount necessary to craft and it tries to put more U-238 in there, it's never going to happen because that slot is reserved. Same here. These slots are reserved for fuel rods, iron plates, and copper plates. If I somehow manage to fill this entire thing with rods, I'll still be able to put plates in. Speaking of plates, let's go ahead and throw some more in there and get some more fuel rods making. And that should be pretty good. We're on slow speed mode. Yeah, we don't need to be on fast speed mode. Definitely no need for that. We'll go ahead and toss some more iron plates. Yeah, it lets me put more iron plates in there. But if I take these iron plates out, it remembers that iron plates go there. So that's good. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And we're also processed all of our... Oh, wow. This needs to be overclocked more. This ore washing plant is my bottleneck. And the thermal centrifuge. So let's take those out, and we'll give this one more of each. And this is increasing the power on these things ridiculously, though. I am massively increasing the power draw on these machines. I should go take a quick look at my MFE and make sure I'm not using it. I'm not holding any uranium, am I? No. No. You. Thank you. Up we go. I should go take a look at my MFE real quick and make sure that I'm not draining power. Oh, shit. I am killing my power. Okay. Yeah. Let's... Now that I've got the thing running, let's go ahead and take these overclockers out. Because it doesn't need to run fast. Nothing here needs to run fast. Especially once the first fuel cells are created. Which they are. All of my fuel cells have been created. This thing no longer needs to run fast. It can run slow. Don't care. Because I'm going to build up a surplus of quad fuel rods in here. Don't need to worry about it. How close are we on the centrifuge? It looks like it just finished one. I'm curious as to whether the quad fuel rods stack. They should. This thing does run really slow, but it... You know, I just realized it's night, which is part of the reason why my power's dying. If I come over here and sleep and get it to daytime, will my power recover? Or do I need to build a second nuclear reactor to run upstairs? I might build a second nuclear reactor and just put it in an encased room upstairs just to have some power. Yeah, I'm still killing power. It's almost keeping up. Almost keeping up. Go ahead and start burning some. 50, 49, 50, 49, 48, 50, 49, 48. Yeah, we're not quite keeping up. But that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I will probably, off camera, build a second nuclear reactor. And just, like, put it in a box somewhere. And connect it directly to this MFSU. But, yeah, I'll do all that off camera. This episode has run longer than I wanted to anyway, so I'm going to call it here. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Night Dagger with Age of Engineering. I think this was episode 24, 25, I can't remember. But we got a lot accomplished this episode. We got our ore processing set up. I do need to get some more ore going in here. But I'll do that off camera. I'm going to put the other uranium in here because it processes the same way. But we are... oh yeah, we are stacking fuel cells. Good. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So, yep, we got a lot accomplished. I'm going to go ahead and patch things up over here. And then I'm going to build a second nuclear reactor, which I will connect here somewhere. I might actually just park it on the roof and just surround it with quartz and have the output up to the top, so if it ever blows, it just goes to the top. I don't know. I'll figure it out off camera. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later, peeps.